Alright, welcome back. So it seems like today we're going to be talking about the U.S. job market and the job market in general, how everything has been. But I really want to put emphasis more on the tech industry and computer science. Lately, it looks like a lot of people have been getting laid off from tech. A lot of people have been getting no progress when it comes to making money or like getting job offers.
I did everything right. I went to a great college, had great grades, had a great major. I even graduated with over $500,000 in sales. Pretty crazy for a college student, but that's not good enough to get me a job. I've been applying for jobs for 4 months full time, and thankfully I've had my bills covered because I worked, but I've been doing it full time and haven't gotten a single offer. But what's worse than these job rejections that I'm getting is my family's rejection. You know, nobody understands this problem other than the people who are dealing with it right now. And my parents just think I'm lazy every single day that I don't have a job. And my prayers and my thoughts go out to everybody that's dealing with this problem, because I don't know if I can deal with it for another day. I'm about to throw my degree in the trash and just start a business because getting a job ain't shit.
It feels like now the computer science degree has now shifted from one of the best jobs to get into when it comes to salaries to one of the worst jobs to get into when it comes to actually getting the job. So right now, if you don't know, computer science is ranked the one degree people can get hired off of.
I never thought this would happen. This chart shows the unemployment rates of 25 to 29-year-olds with bachelor's degrees. Sadly, computer science is number one. People in tech are always roasting liberal arts and communications majors for not having jobs, but they're doing better than us, bro. This right here is what happens when you have years of social media influencers telling everyone to go into CS because you can make 100K plus no problem. And also the people who are in CS right now don't even know how to do it. They just know how to use ChatGPT. Let me know where your major stacks up.
And I feel like it's a great shift because a lot of people, honestly, I blame TikTok and I blame the people who were encouraging everybody to go into computer science, because at a base entry job, or like once you get out of college, you're guaranteed a job. And once you do get a job, you can make like 6 figures easily. So that's the problem. When you make an offer like that and you tell people there's offers like that and there's salaries like that, of course a lot of people are gonna jump into it. Majority, everybody and their mom are gonna get into computer science. Now it's oversaturated. Everybody now wants to be a software engineer. That's it. Everybody wants to be a software engineer making like 6 figures, damn near 7 figures a year. It's not bad to dream. It's not bad to dream or like to have goals like that to make 6 figures, but the problem with this generation is a lot of people are now using AI as an aid for computer science, like for coding, and they don't understand like coding is much more than that. But they use AI, especially when it comes to college courses and stuff. It's not bad to use AI, okay? Don't get me wrong. Using AI in college, it's not bad. Especially ChatGPT can code everything. It's not bad for you, but you just have to know what you're doing though. Regardless, like coding isn't a what you know, it's how to know what you know. That's basically it. You just have to know what you're doing, like know how to do something. So a lot of people instead are using AI to do work and do projects. So I think companies and jobs are cracking down on that, and they're firing people that they feel like are not really a great fit because they're actually trying to hire good people. I'm gonna get on that later.
The computer science market is cooked. Please ignore the fact that I have a literal mosquito bite on my forehead. Yes, I've seen the videos of their career fairs. People sprinting up escalators and running towards recruiters like they're meeting their favorite celebrity. I've been tagged on other videos of people commenting on that situation, explaining that AI is going to automate away computer scientists within 5 years. If you're studying computer science or wanting to study computer science, let's take a second and do a deep breath. Yes, the market is more competitive than it was in 2019. The levels that we saw in 2019 of hiring anybody with a pulse who could type on a keyboard was unsustainable. Yes, artificial intelligence tools are getting better. I use them every single day when I'm coding. But coders who use AI will replace coders who don't use AI. I don't see anytime soon AI replacing coders. And a lot of really smart people agree with me on that take, by the way. Lastly, let's talk about oversaturation or competition. The videos I've seen of these kids sprinting up to try and get these jobs in a very desperate fashion, they're at conferences like with Apple or a lot of the top companies. Software engineering is a good gig. Doesn't it make sense that it would be competitive to get the top 1% of jobs of one of the most sought after fields? Now, I do think that we are in acutely bad market conditions right now. But if you are choosing to not pursue a career because of acutely bad market conditions over a 2 to 3 year period, that is ridiculous to me, especially considering that software engineering is still projected to grow massively. And you know this. Do you think that technology and software is going to become more or less relevant in 5 years? Of course it's going to be more relevant. Now let's talk about some tangibles if you are one of those kids in that situation. If you don't land an internship for whatever reason, that doesn't mean you have to switch out of CS. It doesn't mean you're cooked. Even if you don't land a full-time offer after graduation, that doesn't mean you're cooked. If I were in that situation, what I would do is I would leverage all of the skills I've learned and all of the AI tools developed today, and I would build something. I would try and build a company. Worst case scenario, goes nowhere, and then you have a really cool project to talk about. Best case scenario, your startup becomes something, and then all of a sudden, who cares about the big company hiring you? It's okay to be stressed. It's okay to analytically look at whether your major was worth it. But I completely disagree with the fact that computer science is not a degree worth studying anymore. Now follow me for more content.
So a lot of people are getting laid off. A lot of people don't have jobs anymore because these companies now are essentially trying to hire people who are good at what they do, but have the experience of like a senior developer, but the work ethic of a entry level student. That's basically what they want. A lot of people see that and they call BS on that because now they're paying regularly an entry level job. They'll pay you at least like 20 something an hour. Now they're paying you $15 an hour. They're paying you 10. Damn.
Big tech doesn't want you, bro. Companies pretty much stopped hiring entry-level software engineers in 2023. And if you haven't been living under a rock, you would know that the job market is pretty bad right now. But why is this the case, and what does it mean for your career prospects? It's not that these companies stopped hiring entry-level employees, but they pretty much stopped hiring altogether. There was a massive hiring spree in the industry in 2021 and 2022. Big tech literally hired thousands upon thousands of entry-level engineers every single year. But these companies realized that they aren't growing at the pace that they thought they would. And now they really no longer have a need to hire additional employees. But going forward, if you're looking to break into the industry, my advice would be to focus on startups instead, or even companies that need software engineers but aren't in tech. This is going to be your best shot for actually getting a job. Sure, you may not be getting paid top of the market salary, but having a job is better than having no job.
Just because they're not as qualified does not mean they're not available for a job or they're not eligible for a job. These jobs, like I said, are posting ridiculous things that they want from their employees that does not make any sense. You're in an entry-level job, you're asking for 4 years of experience. How do you get 4 years of experience in an entry-level job? You can't even get an entry-level job or like an internship until you're like 18. Well, you can for younger ages, you can, but it's harder, okay? And you're asking for entry-level jobs, you're asking for 4 years of employment, you're asking for multiple languages, languages means like, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Python, all that. You're asking for multiple languages. So it's like you're really just trying to get people who are good, but you want to pay them a shitty rate.
This is how you know the CS job market is fucking cooked, right? Because this is a position for a software engineer at Twitch, right? Came out 3 hours ago. Over 100 motherfucking applicants, right? But not only that, all right, fuck it, yeah, there's a lot of people applying for jobs. They might want to get it quick. They might want to do all that, But bro, there's no fucking roles. This shit is still a template, and this shit has 100 applicants, my nigga. Like niggas don't even know if they qualify for the role, and they still applying, bro. Like, yo. Like, this shit is still a template. There's no job ID. There's no nothing.
So a lot of people, it's very hard for people to get jobs because they see it as, oh, you're using me. Like, you're actually trying to use people because you don't want to pay them the actual amount that you're supposed to pay them. I ain't say that. But, everybody knows what's going on. I'm kind of like in the same shitty boat as well. Right now I'm actually trying to go back to college to get my computer science degree. And when I actually graduated college with an associate's degree, because I never went to a 4-year college after my community college, and I graduated with associate's degree in general studies of applied health and science, I believe, or general studies in general. in general. That sounds crazy. General studies in general. Okay, let me shut the fuck up. But yeah, that's what I did. So I basically just told myself, like, I'm tired of just sitting around and not at least trying to do something. Now you can't get a computer science degree. I mean, you can't get a computer science based job if you know what you're doing, but a degree goes a long way in this type of field because they rather see that as you being able to complete a 4-year course or 4-year degree. It shows determination to them. And if you put a computer science degree major, a degree holder, and somebody else who doesn't have a degree, they'll go with somebody else. They'll go with the person that has a degree. But sometimes they might go with somebody else that doesn't have the degree if they have more leverage over you. Yes. But now I plan on going to college for a computer science degree, and it's kind of fearful. And it's kind of making me scared, but it's more about how much you're willing to do and how many things you're willing to take. I love a little challenge for myself because I like to challenge myself a lot. That's why I do these videos, because it keeps me doing something every day. Something to do every day. So computer science, and now I've been studying. Now I'm going on to JavaScript. I just learned the base HTML and CSS. I just started like last month. I learned HTML and CSS, so now it's JavaScript time. Fucking hell. But that's the problem with a lot of people in the computer science field is they'll rather go for the ones that pay the most instead of starting out at like something regular. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's trying to be a software engineer, but there are multiple. That's why, because the reason why computer science is such a good major as well, except for like the job market, which is oversaturated, is that it also gives you a very broad spectrum of jobs that you can apply to. You can literally be in IT with a computer science major, but I mean, sometimes you might have to get certs, like CompTIA, or like if you want to go into cybersecurity, you can use a computer science degree, but it's just gonna be a lot different than the regular way. So you can get into different jobs like web development, data science, all that. But everybody just wants to chase that big tech bro job. Oh, I'm a software engineer. You know what I'm saying? It rolls off the tongue the right way. Like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? My name's Ayo, and I'm a software engineer. I made you wet, huh? Let me shut the fuck up. My girl's gonna kill me. They think that a software engineer job is like the one job they have to get. No, it's not. You can get multiple jobs and then transfer and work your way up the ladder. But yeah, I won't say the job market essentially is bad or cooked, or the computer science job market is cooked. The entire job market, everywhere, every single job is done. It's so bad this year, especially like medicine. The turnover rate is really high because a lot of people just hate the working conditions, and also because you get fired pretty easily off some dumb stuff, like anything like random. So right now I'm working in like not really the medical field, but something like that, and yeah, you get fired off something stupid. So I won't say the job market itself is cooked or like it's bad, but it's just way harder now, especially with the oversaturation of people in computer science.
A Berkeley professor says even his best students with 4.0 GPAs are not getting job offers. And before you go crying, then they shouldn't have gotten degrees in underwater basket weaving or whatever, we're talking about computer science students. In a LinkedIn post, Professor James O'Brien shared that tech degrees simply don't seem to be translating into jobs anymore. And whereas it used to be the case that high-quality tech graduates would receive multiple offers before they even graduated, we now hear some students all the time who say they're just not getting anywhere. And unfortunately, what he's noticed is part of a wider trend. The Wall Street Journal found that tech job postings since 2020 are down 30%. And of course, layoffs in the tech industry have been everywhere for the past couple years. It's part of a wider trend in which college degrees, even the ones that used to be in high demand, just don't guarantee success anymore. A recent study found that a year after receiving their college diploma, 52% of graduates end up underemployed, often working in jobs that don't even require a degree. And after 10 years, this proportion drops to just 45%. Our high schools and colleges really need to be educating students about how the job job market works now, preferably before they take out thousands of dollars in student loans. And we need to be educating them about alternatives to four-year degrees, like apprenticeships and trade schools that lead to very lucrative careers, many of which are suffering worker shortages. It might be time to refocus on helping young people make informed decisions when they start thinking about their future.
But if you just keep trying, I don't want to sound dumb or like start saying like, oh yeah, just keep working hard and you eventually make it. The amount of effort you put in is the amount of work, is the amount of success you're gonna get. But sometimes you might put in more effort than success, but that's fine. Every single part of your life, every single moment in your life makes you better. It's prepping you to be better in the future. So, I mean, my advice to anybody out there, regardless of computer science, medicine, or anything, engineering, everybody starts somewhere. And, you know, your story isn't written yet until you pick up that pen and start writing. So, you're in control. All right? If you want to focus on one thing, you can. If you want to focus on something else, you can. Like I said, I did a different degree. But during that time of getting my degree, I did acting jobs. I took on acting jobs, and I did like a lot of movies and a lot of shows. So that's kind of like dad lore right there. When I have a kid, they're like, yeah, I was in a couple of shows. So, but that's just what I wanted to talk about today. It feels like a lot of people have given up on the job market. Yeah, the job market is pretty bad right now, but we'll all make it out regardless. You're gonna be fine. Okay, everything is gonna work out for the better. I promise you that. I won't let that happen. Trust me. But I'll see you next time. I gotta go eat my dumplings. So, catch you next time. Like, comment, and subscribe, please, so I can, make some money. But I'll see you in the next one. All right, peace.